We are going to be ranking some good old Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies maps today. S, A, B, C, D, and F are the tiers. S is the best you can get for ranking. F is the worst. C is right in the middle.
To kick it off, we got Nacht Der Untoten.
First map.
The only value it has is like if you want to say, well, it was the first map I played. But other than that, terrible map.
It's an F tier. I mean, clearly
it's too small. It's just too small.
The environment itself, I remember playing it on World at War, my friend's Xbox, because I didn't have an Xbox until like a couple of years ago. But I would always play on my friends. And I just remember being terrified because of how scary it actually kind of was. And you go back, and it's still kind of horrifying to play World at War. But then you go to the Black Ops 1 one, it's not. It's like,
well, I mean, Kino, when I was a little kid, I kind of got scared because of Kino. But
yeah, dog rounds.
Yeah, dog rounds were kind of spooky. Verrucht. This is funny, I've only played Verrucht on mobile.
Really?
Yes. So, I mean, it was okay when I played it on mobile. It's nothing crazy.
I think the best part about Verrucht is that when you're playing multiplayer, you don't start in the same room as your teammates.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And the whole map itself, I don't mind, but
it's
definitely way better than Nacht.
Yes, I mean, I'm going to go C or B.
I personally would put it at a D, like a high D, maybe C. It could slide up to C.
I think it's just pretty much as average as it gets. So.
Yeah. Shino Numa.
I do actually like Shino.
Absolutely revolutionary.
They had the
introducing dog rounds.
And it had the zombies per round limit.
Yeah.
It got to, so you could get to insane rounds.
High rounds were really easy on Shino Numa.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Shino Numa.
The map was well laid out. I mean, somewhat small-ish starting room.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a small map in general.
But really. It's easy to open up, too.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to buy 35 doors like the newer Treyarch maps.
Well, and maybe it just seems smaller because since, like, you buy one door and it opens up a lot of space at one time. So it seems smaller, I guess. But, yeah, I like it, but I wouldn't quite say it's S tier.
Yeah.
I would probably go B or A.
I'd put it at a B just because of how it was a huge step forward. Speaking of huge steps forward in Treyarch Zombies, Darius up next.
I'll let you go ahead on this one.
Darius introducing the Pack-a-Punch and the teleporter mechanics was huge. You know, that's a big part of what Zombies is now today for Treyarch Zombies anyways. The best Zombies, hands down, clearly.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Infinite Warfare Zombies is horrible. Exo Zombies is horrible. World War II Zombies is horrible. Treyarch is just the best. Darius, I would have to go. It's honestly, for me, probably a C tier, but that's not to discredit the introduction of all the new elements, like mainly the Pack-a-Punch.
All right, up next we got Kino.
Very controversial. You either love Kino or you hate it just because you think it's overrated.
I mean, I'm one of the lovers. It's just got a special place. It was the first map I ever played seriously, and actually tried on, I guess. I wasn't just messing around with a controller when I was 6. I was actually playing. And, I mean, honestly, I'm going S tier. But, I mean, obviously that could be different for you.
I'm going to have to go A tier. The only reason I don't give it an S is because, I mean, look, it was early Zombies,
We'll go A.
First 5 maps introduced. This is, the first actual Black Ops map?
Mm-hmm.
Black Ops 1 map.
Yeah.
The other 4 were remastered on Black Ops 1 in the Resurrected pack from World at War. So the first actual official Black Ops 1 map, it was awesome. The teleporters were sweet in it.
Yeah.
The Hound rounds were, I would say, much better on Kino than they were in Shino Numa. But that's just, experience.
It was a smaller map, really easy to open up though, and it was like it wasn't complicated at all. I mean, it was literally you either go left or right.
Yeah.
So
Couple good training spots with the stairs.
yeah, yeah, solid map.
5.
Terrible, horrible map.
Yeah, it sucks. The Pentagon Thief.
Yeah, that's
Horrible.
Stupid. It's I don't not like him because he's a difficult boss to deal with.
It's just annoying.
It's just he's just taking my gun.
Yeah.
That's not even fun.
It's just inconvenient.
Yeah, so
5, I would say.
F for 5. Boom.
Yeah. I mean, the only redeeming quality is that it's got, JFK and Nixon.
Yeah, that's kind of cool at the beginning.
Ascension, who...
I have not played the original version of this one. I've only played it on...
Black Ops 3, was it?
I think it's Black Ops 3
that
it had it. I liked it. I didn't think it was anything crazy. I mean, it was pretty average. I don't really remember a whole lot. I know they had Brutus on that one in Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
Which I kind of thought was weird because, that's Mob of the Dead. That's, Brutus is from the Mob of the Dead, so.
Keep him there.
Yeah.
Overall, Ascension,
C, maybe?
pretty mid-tier map. I mean,
yeah.
The Black Ops 1 Ascension.
Yeah.
I don't know, the monkeys running around was just kind of stupid, stealing your perks, I think they did.
Yeah, that does not, I mean, I would not enjoy that.
Call of the Dead.
Very good map.
Very good map. Underrated.
Yes, I've only had the privilege of playing it a few times. I never had it on my Xbox.
First official Easter egg, I think, isn't it?
Probably.
Like Easter egg that you can actually complete and the map is over.
I think a lot of people would go S tier with this, honestly.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would. I'm gonna go A tier.
It definitely could see some improvement, but it's better than TOG was.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it at the front of A tier to show that it is closer to S tier than Kino is.
I would agree with that. I would call it. It's got a good cast too, which I can get behind.
Yeah. Shangri-La. Hate this map.
I don't necessarily hate it, but I do not like it.
I shouldn't say I hate it. Yeah. I don't hate it like I hate 5. It's just, I guess, bland. I don't know. It's just...
There's so many, like, Vietnam jungle maps.
Yeah.
If you were to sit me down in front of 2 screens, one was Shinonuma and one was Shangri-La, I'd definitely go for Shinonuma.
Yeah.
And that's not even a joke. Like, I am dead serious when I say that. We might have our first D tier map.
Yeah, I'm gonna go D tier in this one. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Moon.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
This is above average for sure. I still don't think I'm gonna go S tier with it. I haven't played this one a ton either, but yeah, I'm not gonna go S tier.
No.
I might not even go A tier. It's a good map, but I might not go A tier. And if I do, I'm gonna go bottom of A tier.
I could get behind that.
I do like the wonder weapons. They split.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. That's probably the highlight of the map for me. I don't remember what they're called, but those are sweet.
It's just something other than the ray gun.
It's called the wave gun. That's what it's called.
This is 4 days later, by the way.
Yeah, that's nice.
And the thunder gun, but...
The thunder gun was awesome, though.
Yeah.
I love the thunder gun. I'm going to go B. And I'm going to go below Shino, I think.
Yeah.
Transit.
D.
I'd say step above 5, but not good.
The only reason I say D and not F is because Transit was one of those maps that definitely had potential. But using the Denizens, the Avogadro, the Fog, those were all things that made the map actually run on consoles. Transit, without those elements, would have not run on older generation consoles, and quite honestly, if it were released as a full map today without all those on a newer generation or even the past generation like Xbox One, PS4, probably would have been a really good map that people are like still playing today, unironically.
It was a great idea. Like, it was a really, really good idea. I guess it wasn't executed properly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's better than 5. So.
Nuketown Zombies, pretty blah. It's Nuketown
really small map.
It's Nuketown with zombies.
Yeah. Well, there's that basement. That's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, average C.
Throw it in a C
Maybe like very low B, but I'm gonna go like here C.
If you like Nuketown and you like zombies, you might like Nuketown Zombies.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll like it, but you're not gonna be like, dude, let's go play Nuketown Zombies.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, kind of fun.
Or we could play like, I don't know,
a different map. You could do that.
If you want to play Nuketown, stay on multiplayer.
Yeah.
Die Rise, hate it.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Die Rise.
It's the verticality for me.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can see why falling off, like the edge of a building being your main way of death,
right,
being annoying.
Along with the Sliquifier.
I love the Sliquifier. How can you not like the Sliquifier?
In any map other than Die Rise, it would have been fine.
But that was the point. It was risk reward.
It's too much risk though. I mean, I could never master that.
You get to call it the Slicker Fire? I mean, personally, I would probably go high B, like the highest B you can possibly put it. And I think that a lot of people would agree with me, honestly.
I'd say it's another one of those maps that has its fanboys.
Yeah, like it's a love hate with that one.
Yeah.
Mob of the Dead. This is probably the first one competing for S.
Yeah.
And personally, it gets it for me. I love Mob of the Dead.
Just the whole map. I mean, the Easter egg is fun to do.
Yeah. And it's one of those that it's actually like a relatively easy one.
Right.
So.
And earlier on, I mean, the Easter eggs have gotten progressively easier with some exceptions.
Yeah.
Like Voyage of Despair.
I haven't done that one, so.
Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
Any Black Ops 4 maps I have really kind of just stayed away from because they kind of suck. The
Blundergat, I love that. Love that gun. Love it Pack-a-Punch. Love it with the acid. Yeah, there's a lot of things to like about it. There's kind of obviously you go down the gondola and then there's that different part of the map. Then you go to the bridge and there's just, kind of 3 tiers of the map, I guess. And all 3 are really good. And it's a tougher map because most of it is really compact and there's not a ton of open space. So training will not be the best strategy on the map, but still really fun.
Elements like, the afterlife.
Yeah.
Was nice.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was the first map that was in.
Yeah.
Awesome opening cutscene.
Oh my god, the opening cutscene was just crazy. Mob of the Dead, hands down, S tier. Obviously. Buried. If you hate this map, like truly hate this map, there might be something wrong with your brain. I'm not saying that you should love it.
That is a great way to explain this map. It's so easy that there's no way that you could love it, and there's no way it could be S tier. But the Paralyzer, awesome. Leroy, awesome.
Leroy is the best.
The Witch's House thing, awesome. The
Being
maze.
able to exchange points to your teammates was really nice because, obviously you're going to carry in some lobbies. Mm-hmm. And if it's getting to the point where your teammates are constantly getting down because they can't afford perks, then it'd be nice, especially if you have over 100,000 points, which it's pretty easy to get up to once you set up on most maps.
And then the chalk, was awesome. You know, obviously all the functions of Leroy too, like locking the box, you know, all that type of stuff.
Breaking down barriers.
Yeah, the barriers, and
The candy.
the flinging the flingy things that you build. What's that called? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you build it and then it flings you across things, or it flings zombies.
They're called a trample steam. That's what it's called. This is like 3 days later.
Those are cool. Don't remember what they're called. I like those ones. I mean, honestly,
The fisticuffs were cool to use.
yeah. This is one that you play with your friends when you're just like all at the same house because it's so relaxed. I'm gonna probably go A tier. I'm gonna go like mid A tier.
Yeah.
Like it's not touching S tier. It's probably below Kino even, honestly. It's not gonna touch S tier, but it's a good map.
Origins.
We got another one that's competing for S tier, for sure.
Great Easter egg. The staffs.
Yeah, the staffs. Obviously, you know, first time you ever saw that,
Whoa.
and they were sweet.
Yeah, they were.
Big robots. The Panzer, which that was the first time you saw the Panzer, but now he's in a lot of maps as the boss.
He's even, brought back in Cold War zombies.
Yeah,
The Panzer,
Like,
scene. Different name, but
you hate him, but he's kind of cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I like this map a lot, and I know there's people that like this map a lot more than me. And if you're good at zombies, you love this map.
Yeah. The end cutscene of the Easter egg, crazy.
Again, the introductions for the characters, pretty cool, because that's when they're all younger, you know, instead of being old and having white hair and stuff.
We give Samantha a face. We give Eddie a face.
Yeah.
Young
There's a cool gun. It's an LMG. Don't remember what it's called.
It's called the MG08. That's what it's called. This is also 3 days later.
But it looks like Origins. Like it looks like the map, honestly, if I were to describe it. There's the tank.
Shadows of Evil. Now we're getting into the BO3 days.
Yeah, Shadows of Evil, like it was like the standard map
Yeah.
and not a good standard.
As usually release maps aren't, they're not necessarily.
They're not going to blow you away.
Yeah, they're not meant to, wow the audience. They're just there kind of to keep people playing.
So you have something to play.
DLC 1, I would say, is the map that really kind of sets the baseline for the wow factor of the game.
There's a good Easter egg on this map. I never did it because it was actually a really hard one. You could be the squid-looking guys.
The little Arnies were.
Yeah, those
cool.
are awesome. Obviously the boss. You know, that was kind of cool, I guess.
Character's kind of stupid.
Yes, the characters were very stupid. And the boss could be stupid at times too because he really made you mad. But he was actually cool. Like, that was a cool idea, I guess.
Okay guns on the map.
Yeah. I don't like that you started with that revolver, the
Yeah.
Bloodhound. I didn't like that. As mid as it gets, really.
Yeah.
I'm not. There's no way I'm putting it above Ascension, Verrucht, or Nuketown, or Der East, though.
Der Eisendrach.
This, obviously had the bows, so those were cool. The dragons on the wall.
Kind of similar to Mob.
Yeah, I guess I forgot the dogs in the walls. That's where it came from, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so both of them really cool, but I'm going to be honest, though. Dragon, way cooler than a dog.
It's not even close.
Not even close.
That said, at least a high A tier for me. I didn't.
You think so?
Yeah, I didn't really. This is kind of the time where I kind of got out of zombies, started playing different games.
There's
But I
some
would
maps
still-
coming up that I have not even played. Like, this is really when I stopped
Yeah.
playing. Let's do like these three right now.
Town.
That was actually another one that if you're like 8 years old and you got all your friends at your house, that's a great one to play with.
Probably the best of the transit maps.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Lava, horrible.
Yeah.
Don't put that in the game ever again.
No.
That was so dumb. Not a lot to be said. Really very, very small. Lacked a lot of detail.
Mid. Overall.
Pretty
Pretty bad guns, honestly, for wall buys anyways.
Yeah, the wall buys were horrible, and honestly, it doesn't even... I'm giving it a C. I don't even think it really deserves a C. It's just one of those where I have a lot of good memories with it with my friends when I was like 10 years old, so I'm going to give it a C.
Bus Depot? F.
Same thing as... Yeah, I mean, it was like...
Horrible map. Farm.
Very lackluster.
It's one of those maps that you wouldn't expect to see in a game like Black Ops 2. It's a very Black Ops 1-esque map.
Yeah.
Dare I say, World at War.
Yes. But I do think it's a step above Bus Depot in the fact that if there was a tier below F, I would put Bus Depot in that.
Yeah.
But I don't quite think I'm going to put Farm in D. I think I'm going to go high F.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I wouldn't necessarily... yeah, I guess it's definitely above Nacht, just because Nacht was... All right, you get a flamethrower every couple of rounds now.
Yeah. We'll go back to the top here.
We didn't talk about Black Ops 4 maps. They all suck. This is also 3 days later.
I mean, the next one I know is I think I know this one.
Yeah, that's the release map for
Yeah.
Black Ops Cold War, D Machina. Horrible map. It did not hold up at all. Trying to run this map is trying to run the Elder Scrolls on a potato.
The only reason I played this map was because it was the release map, so I had to.
Yeah.
I didn't particularly enjoy it, but again, I had to.
Yeah.
There was the dance party thing or whatever.
Yeah, the coffin dance Easter egg was
Yeah,
pretty
coffin
goofy.
dance. Can remember. Yeah, that was a trend at the time too. That was cool, I guess.
The Easter egg
Yeah,
was
the Easter egg was
pretty easy. The boss fight was pretty insane. Trying to get back into zombies and then that happens to you.
Yeah.
Quite interesting, to say the least.
I mean, not an F,
No,
but not good.
I'd go D. Yeah.
High D, probably.
High D.
I mean, it's better than Transit, Shangri-La, and Voyage of Despair.
Get rid of those blue fissures out of the ground when you're trying to exfil at the end of the Easter egg, and you probably have yourself a mid-C map. I died so many times on those things after the boss battle. Ending cutscene was horrible. It was really basic. I mean, you get on a chopper and then the place explodes.
Yeah, like that's as standard as you can imagine. And it's just not fun, man. I've never played the rest of these, so.
Firebase Z, pretty good Vietnam map. I'd give it honestly a C.
Were you thinking mid, low, or high?
High C, above Derice.
Oh.
The Ray K84 was a nice wonder weapon until you got to, I would say, rounds above 40. This is, of course, assuming that you have the gun fully packed and have elemental pop, which is a nice perk. Of course, that's the only way you're going to get any elemental bullets to come out of that gun. Kind of inaccurate. It's just a spray gun, really. Easter egg, pretty cool. I enjoyed the Easter egg. It was easy. Boss fight, cakewalk. Did it the first time. Didn't take any resets. Outbreak, kind of buggy, honestly. It was a good idea. I'd give it a mid-C. The whole idea of warping to different worlds was nice. However, so many times when playing Outbreak on multiplayer, mainly, it just gets annoying because I would always lose all my guns and perks and everything, and I would be on like the third warp, and I would have a red Hauer 77 again, which was annoying.
Do you want to do like a list review here?
Well, I mean, we got to throw Mauer and Forsaken up there, maybe. I mean, Revelations, I enjoy the map.
I've heard it's a really good map.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
The different sections are nice.
So we'll look at ours, and then we'll look at the community ranks, and we'll see how we compare.
S tier, coming in Mob of the Dead and Origins are the only ones that we gave an S tier.
That's dumb.
Call of the Dead, Der Eisendrache, Kino, Der Toten, and Barry rounding out the A tier.
B tier, we got Die Rise at the top.
9.
Shino Numa and Moon. And
C
I
is
think
the big one.
B is really that tier where it's hard to put maps in B.
You either want to put them in an A or a C.
Yeah, but so we got Firebase Z. We got a lot in C. Firebase Z, Derice, Nuketown, Outbreak, Verrucht, Ascension, Shadows of Evil, Town, Blood of the Dead, and Dead of the Night, all in C.
Honestly, you take out some of them difficult bosses, just not even take them out of the game, but just tone them down, and Dead of the Night probably moves up to a B. I like the whole idea of the mansion, but just, Jesus. The D tier, Alpha, Omega, D Machina, Transit, Shangri-La, Voyage of Despair, Nacht Der Toten, all mid.
F tier, this is where you got really your kind of your disgraces of maps. You can't really play them and actually want to. You got Farm, Nacht Der Untoten, 5, and Bus Depot. So that's the whole list.
That said, this has been a
We don't have a name for it podcast.
probably pretty bad in a lot of Die Hard Zombies fans' views tier list of Treyarch Zombies maps. But that's it. See ya.